brother, first, it is great to see you, man. It was great to see you during Departure's Music and Conference Festival. How was that for you, man? I know a lot of fans are really happy to see you there.
Man, it was so dope. It was great to see you and of course to catch up. I haven't seen you a hot minute. I'm so blessed about that. And also get to chop it up with Master T. He started out my interviewing career like 35 years ago in Edmonton. It was my first like national interview, and to come full circle like that with Master T in that moment was really, really amazing, man. It's special.
No, I was trying to tell somebody this that I think the first time that you and I met, I know it was over 20 years ago. I think it's 25 years. It could be.
Very likely, for sure.
You have been a master of controlling your life and controlling your career. When I say that, meaning, of course, you never shied away of, I don't want to really say reinventing yourself, but um, going after the passions that you love. I think
Yeah.
that's the best way to say it. What is it about the drive that you have that says, I don't have to live in a box. I can do whatever I want.
I just look at it like this, man. At the end of the day, we're all given some kind of gifts. Everybody's given some kind of gifts. And I recognize that it took me a while to recognize that not everybody woke up with a song in their head. Like I thought everybody just woke up with songs in their head, right? And so it took me a minute to recognize that. And I was like, oh, okay. So this is a gift. Like this just comes to me, and I don't know where it comes from. It just wake up in the morning, a song I never heard in my life, and I'm like recording it on my memos on my phone and stuff. And so, those kind of ideas come to me for all kinds of different things, recipes and restaurants and art. And so I just look at it like a gift. And I'm fortunate enough to be able to like harness these messages, uh, I have to respect the gift and put in the energy that it was given to me, and put that energy to bring them to life in this plane that we all kind of operate on. So that's really what it is, man. It's like I'm not that smart. Something came to me for a reason. So I'm gonna try and deal with it.
Well, you have that music expertise. You're a speaker, but also something you're very good at that I've got over here. You are an excellent chef. And one of the
Yeah.
reasons why we're talking today is because as we speak, the long weekend is coming up. It's
Hmm.
barbecue, and it's known as the unofficial time for barbecue season, man. And I need your advice because I've got my beast all ready. I cleaned it out and everything else.
Yeah.
She's ready to go. But
Hmm.
the thing is, though, like myself and a lot of other people, we don't really know the real steps in taking when you start your barbecuing. So I wanted to get your advice because I've seen you on television. You barbecued some massive
All kinds, man. All kinds for
all
sure. Yeah.
kinds.
All kinds. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you right off the top. When like what I just did a couple of days ago in cleaning out your barbecue, what's the right way to do that?
You know what I do, bro? I just start it. I start it and I just burn everything off. I let it go for like a good 30, 40 minutes and just burn everything off. And then I just scrape it. I ball up some foil, rough, and I just kind of scrape it with that. And then I have an oil rag and I just oil a little bit of oil on it. And then I'm good to go. It's just really that simple, man.
I gotta clean out all the cobwebs myself too, man. Just because they sneak in there. But
Yeah.
when it comes to food, I've found over the years that there's no limits. People have been cooking with so many things. What are your some of your favorites when it comes to barbecuing?
Oh, barbecue. I really love vegetables, grilling vegetables, some like rapini you grill, lightly oil, salt and pepper. You grill the rapini, it comes out. You put some like chilies and some honey all over it, drizzle a little extra olive oil and some like flaky sea salt. Really simple, delicious. I love to also grill like lemons. You take a lemon and you cut it in half. This way, cut it in half, just put it on the grill. Don't oil, salt, pepper. Now just put it on the grill and let it sit there for like 45 minutes. medium, and the surface will get like black and charred. But what happens is you start to evaporate some of the moisture, you concentrate some of the natural sugars in it, and you get some of that char. So when you take that lemon away and then you squeeze it over a piece of fish, you're getting that bright lemony flavor, but also a more complex round flavor that's a little have a sweetness to it, a fuller flavor, and has a little bit of that char from the grill and the smoke as well. So there's very simple ways to create a lot of complexity with flavor with produce like that, for example, and then you could take that some of those ingredients like peppers and onions and green onions and take all that stuff and like puree it together with some nuts like almonds, and you make a really good sauce. Add a little bit of vinegar to it. You make a delicious sauce, man.
What about the meat lovers? What do you suggest for that?
Oh, I mean, like meat is such a thing. Like everybody got their jam, Like I really love the spinalis, which is the ribeye cap with that little piece at the top, of the ribeye. That's like one of the most coveted cuts. I really love skirt steak, which is the diaphragm.
Mm.
Those are really delicious. I love beef a lot. I love grilling lamb. I love lamb a lot. And chicken is ubiquitous. Everybody's grilling chicken a million different ways. But those are some of my favorite things.
Seafood? What about that?
Yeah, like whole snapper, like I'm in the Caribbean right now. So, you take some whole snapper, brush it lightly with some oil, pepper, salt, rub it with some chilies and some herbs and stuff, and you stuff the inside with some more herbs and garlic. You put that on the grill, man, that is bueno.
What about somebody who's vegan?
Oh, vegan. Yeah. I just spit a whole bunch of stuff to you about vegetables and sauces and
Yeah,
grilling and you all
but
that
is
stuff,
there
man.
anything else that vegans could try? Like, are you still like how that whole thing that came out about vegan burgers and vegan dogs and stuff like that? Do you like that stuff?
I'm like, there's vegetables that are delicious.
Mhm.
Eat the vegetables that are delicious. Eat the starches that are delicious. There's some alternate protein alternatives like soy. I always kind of try and defer more to the more natural side of foods and their preparation, So wherever I'm able to do that, I rather eat a piece of rapini that's grilled well than something that's who knows what it is. You know what I mean?
What about like, for example, as you can see in this picture, the traditional, father, mother, kids, and the kids love their hamburgers and hot dogs. What do you suggest there?
Uh, I mean, I like hamburgers like the next person, but I don't Jones for hamburgers. I
Mhm.
can't tell you the last time I bought a hot dog. We'll buy sausages, like, natural sausages, but I can't tell you the last time I bought a hot dog. It's very rare that I'll go to the butcher counter and buy ground beef to make hamburgers. I like a burger every now and then, but that's not the epitome of barbecue, man. People have been cooking with fire for couple million years, apparently. And a burger is not the apex predator of grilling.
So people should expand themselves, is what you're saying.
Yo, my brother, like you go around the world, people cooking with fire, cooking all kinds of things over fire in different ways. So again, the burger is not the be all end all of the barbecue world. There's just an endless possibility of things. And that's what I love about food. I'll never learn everything about food in one lifetime. So I'm here to explore it, and I encourage other people to explore it as well.
I've always been a fan of the cartoon Fox series King of the Hill, and Hank has always had that war, charcoal and propane, which he loves. What is your favorite, and is there a difference between charcoal and propane?
Yeah, for definitely is different. The propane doesn't get as hot. But it's a lot more convenient when you're dealing like you want to just cook up something really quick and get it going. It heats up fast. With the charcoal thing, depending on the type of barbecue you have, you need to preheat that thing for a good hour, get the coals going down, burnt down. I take it a step further even. I cook with wood. Like I got these smokers up at Rocklands Market, and I'm cooking wood. Like I use maple that's split, oak, cherry, apple wood. And so I gotta burn down that wood till they turn to coals and then cook with those coals, you know. So I take it a step further because I'm just so interested in the craft. And again, using as natural sources as I can possibly, you know.
And as we wrap this up, when somebody is looking for a barbecue, depending, of course, if they've got a large backyard or say they're in a condo with a balcony, what do you suggest when it comes to looking for a barbecue? I was lucky that I've got a Weber. Oh gosh, I can't remember the damn name of it now. Genesis, one of the old school ones, and I love it. It's a big beast. But I find that when I was looking for a barbecue, I was told you have to be careful because when you have to leave, maybe you have to leave your barbecue outside. Of course, I wrap it up and everything. Some barbecues can rust within the first year, and you got to be careful with the quality that you buy. Sometimes you got to put money into it if you want a long-lasting barbecue. What do you suggest?
Yeah, no, this is a true thing. I mean, first you got to check the bylaws. You know, putting barbecues on balconies in a lot of jurisdictions is not allowed legally. So
Oh.
first you got to check the safety and the regulations of your jurisdiction, and what that allows you to do. So then you kind of got to look at what your budget is and how do you like to barbecue? Like for myself, when I'm deciding I'm going to do barbecue, it is the day. That's what I'm doing that day, right? Because like I said, I'm getting the wood, I'm cooking down the coals, I'm prepping all my meats and my vegetables and all my starches. Like it's a whole thing. And I might cook something that's gonna smoke for 8 to 12 hours. So that's what I'm doing that day, right? But that's my willingness to do it. A lot of people may not be willing or wanting to do something like that. And they just want to like cook dinner outside really quickly in 45 minutes like they do normally. So I would say get your propane barbecue is very efficient for that. If your house has like an outdoor gas attachment, some houses have like an outdoor fitted gas attachment that you could put in like a proper gas line directly connected to your house. So it depends what your capacity is, what your interest is, how much you really want to do it, and what your budget is, you know?
That is so true. Last question. What is the most unusual thing that you barbecued that people would go, really? You can do that?
Yeah, so the other day I put some pods of garlic in the smoker at like 275 for like 4 hours. And what happened is like all the sugars caramelized and it sort of like burst out of it and it turned into like this floury, crunchy,
Oh.
airy, sweet, garlicky thing that kind of broke up and turned hard and brittle. And I would break it up on the stuff, but it wasn't burnt, but it was smoky. And so like I'm always experimenting with like the simplest little nuances of things like that to see what'll happen. And that thing was magical. I never done that like that with garlic ever before. So maybe it's not like a tarantula or like iguana or something like that, but that was like a magical moment for me, you know.
Well, you're in the Caribbean, man. You'd still do that if you want. So,
Hey, depends on the island.
cookbooks.
Depends on the island, you know.
They're very true. Cookbook that you have and we can check out.
Everyday Exotic, the cookbook, by Roger Mooking and my man, Mr. Al McGee. Shout out, Mr. Al McGee, you know.
My brother, thank you so much for making time for me. Look, enjoy the great weather. As we speak right now, we're back to a little bit of cold and rain, but hopefully
Mm.
things will kick back in. Always big love to you and your family, and thank you again for this. And I guess I will be ready for the weekend.
Bless
Cannot
you.
wait.
Bless you, brother Rudy, and all his people out there. One love, okay?